Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I just realized I didn't have my ring light on. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Independence Day weekend. I am here today, Saturday, July 5th, the day after Independence Day, with 90 Day Oy Vey. There were fireworks at Leida and Eric's house yesterday, and not in the good way. And Evelyn has a visa update. Before I get into this, I want to say hello to everyone in my live chat so far. Hi, Mary Beth. Hi to my trusty moderator, Menopausal Queen. Hi, Silly Shally. Hi, Spooky Trash. Thank you, everyone, for taking your time out on your Independence Day weekend to join me. Hi, Just Joe. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Kay Miller. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. So, first off, I saw a comment here from Mary Beth that I would like to highlight. Of course, I'm going to have technical difficulties. Hi, Gulf Coast Girl. Thank you for joining. Okay, so Mary Beth says, my grandbabies were in the camp flood in Kerrville, Texas. They are fine, but many missing from my granddaughter's cabin. They were rescued. First off, Mary Beth, thank God that your grandbabies were rescued. My thoughts and prayers are with all those families in Texas, especially the ones in that camp. I know there's still, the last time I read the news, there was 20 still missing, and my heart goes out. Mary Beth, my thoughts and prayers are with your family. Thank goodness your grandbabies were rescued, and prayers for Texas. That's all I can say. Prayers for Texas. So, I'm going to light my dope here. Hi, Baby Philly Fox. Thank you for joining me. Now, Baby Philly Fox is not only a subscriber and a follower and a member of my channel, but he has his own YouTube channel. Okay, so you guys need to go follow him. He does like wrestling related things, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so Baby Philly Fox, go follow him on YouTube after you're done watching me. Thank you so much for the super chat, friend. I really, really appreciate it. Hi, Pancho. Hi, Sherry. Thank you for joining. So, today has been quite surreal day. So, I'm going to light my dope, and if you know what I'm talking about. It's a little private joke with me now. Hi, Yorkville Charlie. Hat Cat say, thank you everybody for joining me. So first, let's get into Happily Ever After and the tell all that is finally done and over with. Okay, we are all sick and tired of talking about it. I know I am. Sean put up these pictures and Greg put up these pictures. And if you notice, there is one couple, thruple missing from these pictures, and they were missing from basically all of the cast pictures that they were posting. So Amani felt the need to post her own. Okay, so here is she's hanging out with Juan and Jessica and Sean and Aaliyah. It looks like they went out to dinner one night. I do know that the tell-all is filmed over a course of 2 days or so. Sometimes it could be three, depending on the number of parts. Okay. So, what I'm thinking is after the first night, they may have been hanging out. But after the second night, I really think no one wanted anything to do with Amini. And that's my new name for her. Thanks to Lindsay, my follower, who came up with that. A Meanie. That is my new name for her. Okay. So, Nikki Exotica went out to meet them. No surprise there. Okay. The original clout chaser, in my opinion, going out to meet other clout chasers, in my opinion. Yeah, no surprise there. And I did know that her cat went missing during the time of the tell all. As you guys may remember in those messages, she DM'd me. I covered them in my last video. She said I hold a special place in her heart because I checked in on her when her cat went missing. Well, that's just me. That's just me. So I am so glad a meaning will not be on our TV anymore. We're going to have another meanie on our TV, Jasmine. But you know it's bad when I'm saying I would rather cover Jasmine than cover her. Okay, I'm sick of her. I'm sick of talking about her. And I hope we never fucking see her again. Okay, she is doing all of this for the exposure and the money. Nothing wrong with making money on social media. Hey, listen, if I made this amount in 1 month, you will probably hear me woohoo all the way in your house. Okay, because that amount of money in a month to me, I would be like, woohoo, let's go party, baby. Let's go to the dispensary. And so she is just doing all this to monetize, to troll, and to get herself out there. Okay, she loves the attention. As you can see, a bunch of non-followers are looking at her post and giving her engagement. So yeah. And then she's so classy. I never said I was classy, but she's so classy. Smoke blunt, serve cunt. Hey, why not? I mean, like, okay, I will be so happy when a meanie is no longer on our TV, and I am sick and tired of talking about her. So that's it. Let's move on. Mina and Mark are celebrating his birthday all over Europe. Now they are in the Netherlands. That's what I'm trying to say. So they are visiting all over Europe, having the time of their lives. Jordan, okay, says in her story, somebody asked her, how is your relationship with Mina? And she says, really good. We actually spent a lot of time together leading up to their wedding. Unfortunately, that was all cut from the show, and I wish y'all could have seen that. There we go. They always cut the good stuff. We've spent time together since and looking forward to more family time soon. I'm very happy for her and my dad. They are so happy together, and it's super cute. So I'm glad to see that Mark and Mina's family dynamics have finally fallen into place and everything is good. Juan has found himself a new career. Check it out. He is a travel agent now. He can book you wherever you want to go, all over the world. Even though he can't get on a cruise ship, he could book you a vacation for a cruise ship. Okay. So Juan, the travel agent, Stevie and her paintings. I would be happy to see Stevie and Maddie back. Give them a better storyline. Let's not drag out whether she's bisexual for the whole season. But like I said, she didn't bother me as much. Shekinah and Sarper are not going anywhere anytime soon. Like it or not, I feel in my gut that they have replaced Gino and Jasmine, who originally replaced Angela and Michael as the king and queen of 90 Day. So whether you like it or not, and she kind of shows off her, social media figures. I guess this is the trend. Show off how many people have visited your page in the past 30 days. Sarper, Shekinah, the doggy, I have a feeling that we are going to be seeing them, whether on Last Resort, a future season of Happily Ever After, whatever the case may be, they're not going away anytime soon. Now, Happily Ever After starts tomorrow, July 6th. Have I mentioned I only really give a shit about the Kara and Guillermo storyline, and I want to see what happened there because, as we all may or may not know, they are definitely broken up. Neither one of them are wearing their wedding rings. They do not post each other, and it looks like that they share custody of Nico. So, as long as Nico is happy and he is living his best life, that's all that really matters. I don't give a shit about Tiger Silly and Adnan and his receding hairline and her stupid book. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit about Alex and Lauren. They've been on my screen way too long. What else can we learn about them? Like, please. Now it's going to be this whole friendship storyline. Lauren and Alex, Jovi and Yara, Andre and Elizabeth, how they all get along and their dynamics. Yeah, okay, like we give a shit. Like I said, Elizabeth's kids are cute, but I don't give a shit. I don't want to see her and Andre hanging out with Jovi and Yara. I really don't give two shits. And are we going to bring up again how Jovi likes to go to strip clubs? Is this what this is all about? Jovi posting from the Penthouse Club in New Orleans, and we see, a pair of boobs in the background. Is this going to be the new story again? That Jovi likes to whoop it up at the strip clubs? Like, give me a fucking break. Do I care about Julia and Brandon? We already know that her storyline is going to be her bringing her family from Russia here. We've seen it on social media. I covered it before. Her mom, her dad, and her brother are here with her. Um, and Brandon asking her to get a second opinion whether or not she could have a baby. Same storyline from Last Resort. Do we give a shit? No, I know I don't. Okay. So, moving on. I know I said I would rather replace Amini with Jazzy, but I just want to say that Jazzy has some fucking nerve. Okay. Yesterday was Independence Day, America's birthday. You can feel how you want to feel about the state of our country. Okay. But for one day, I felt like we could just put everything aside, enjoy barbecue, enjoy burger, enjoy, fireworks, and then deal with the bullshit we have to deal with 364 days out of the year. Let's just put it aside for Independence Day. Jasmine makes this post, okay? And she says, being an immigrant means carrying stories that often go unheard. I've been told to go back to my country. I've had people mock my accent, the way I speak, the way I sound, like it makes me less intelligent or less worthy. But what they didn't see is the courage it takes to leave everything behind and start over. The pride I carry in my voice because it tells the story of my roots, my resilience, and my mother tongue. They don't see the strength it takes to keep showing up, to keep dreaming, to keep loving in a place that makes you feel invisible. Even in the place that makes you feel invisible. How deeply I love this country, even even when it doesn't always love me back. How proud I am of being resilient. Oh, how proud I am of my roots because they've what made me resilient. I'm not here to ruin anybody's celebration. You could have fooled me, Jasmine. Okay. I'm sharing it to remind people we are part of this story too. Immigrants take care of your children, build your homes, cook your food, pay our taxes, and fight for this country like it's our own because it is. We are Americans. We are immigrants. We are Americans too, and we belong. Happy 4th of July. Okay. First of all, Jasmine, thank you for reminding us that we're all immigrants because you aren't the only immigrant. Okay. I may be a second generation American, but my grandparents were immigrants. We are all, unless you are Native American, indigenous people, are immigrants. Okay. So thank you for reminding us of that, Jasmine. You were a teacher in Panama, so I guess you're putting your teaching skills to work. Now, the only thing that really bugged me about this post, it's Independence Day. Okay? She says that she loves this country, even though it doesn't love her back sometime. Why is she not holding an American flag with the Panamanian flag? Just asking. It's my opinion. Okay? And this is my channel, and I could express my opinion all I want. So, excuse me as I light up my dope. So, now, Happily Ever After is starting tomorrow, and Jasmine is in PR mode. She is in fucking PR mode big time. So, let's start off here, okay? If it was about getting more therapy, then I would already be with Prince fucking Charming. It's not that I need more therapy, it's that I need to stop choosing men who should be in therapy. Is she referring to her baby daddy or is she referring to Gino? In the 90-day world, it's not easy to find genuine friends. Every time I text cast members, I think to myself, how would it feel if it makes it to the public eye? The only two people I have always felt confident and can be truly myself without any fear are these two women, Nikki Exotica, no surprise, and Julia. And Florian before he stabbed me in the back, and never cared to even once defended me, but you can't ask lemons to be apples, I guess. So it looks like here that she's trying to call Florian out for not defending her at the tell all and saying that he stabbed her in the back. Okay, so moving on. I've been on the show since 2020 and not one but multiple tell-alls. Not even once a producer has told me to go after specific people. However, I've been told this is the tell-all, so say it all. Whatever happened before, during, or after filming with any other couples or your partner, it is your opportunity to let it out, and I do it every time with no fucking regrets. Papillion Purple, that is a fantastic question. Okay. I don't know what is taking so long for Gino to divorce her. So then you see here that she's mocking Gino. She replaced him with Matt in Happily Ever After, the little, ad she posted. And then she wants to show us all what co-parenting is like. Teamwork makes the dream work. The baby looks exactly like Matt. She could have fallen out of his ass. Okay, this baby is the clone of her father, and she is absolutely beautiful. So, I agree with you, Mary Pants. For a mom of an infant, she sure has a lot of time. Okay, because I'm a mom of a almost 21-year-old and of a 48-year-old man, and I barely have any fucking time. So she continues to post things to take jabs at Gino, and of course to remind everybody that she is this poor, woe is me immigrant who is being discriminated against in this country. So she says, I have had people tagging CPS and ICE to my posts. Even some cast member did it. Yes, you know her name, calling me names and wishing all kind of horrible things. It was never about coming legally here because I did. It's about using the current situation to discriminate and show up racism as the norm. The cast member that she is talking about here is Miss Debbie, as in Julian the cop's mom, Miss Debbie, not Colt's mom, Debbie. Julian the cop's mom, Debbie, the one who may or may not have used Ruben the Cuban just to get on Single Life and discarded him like toilet paper. Well, that's who she's talking about. And Miss Debbie did do a reel at one point where she did say that Jasmine should be deported. But hey, that's her opinion. The home of the free. I was once asked by a male cast member, did you use Gino for a green card? My response, naming everything this person has done to me with proof, and then asking him, you have a daughter. Would you think this way if she was married to this guy? I'm not American, but it doesn't mean I have to take mistreatment as the norm. If this is what's left for me with a huge platform, what's left for the rest? So many immigrants live in the shadows, not because they have nothing to say, but because the world too often refuses to listen. Their silence isn't consent, it's survival. Never forget the strength it takes to carry dreams in silence. As far as I live and have a platform, I'll be the voice for my people. And then this is the best part, okay? This is the best part. I think it's calling for me to become an immigration lawyer. I'll continue to pray God to show me the right path. So I wonder if the immigration attorney to all of the 90-day cast members, Kelsey, is going to help her on her immigration lawyer path. Maybe she could be an intern in Kelsey's office. Who knows? But the fact that she is using this immigration platform now. See, Jasmine will jump on whatever platform she finds room. Okay, so now she's using this immigration platform. Oh, woe is me. I'm being discriminated. I feel, feel sympathy for me. Okay. Now, you guys remember when she was Afro Latina. You guys also remember that she posted an AI video of her kissing a girl for Pride Day. Well, now, here is her newest platform. Most Latinos have indigenous roots. We're not illegal on our land. Our ancestors walked before borders even existed. We didn't come from here. We've always been here. Hashtag we belong here. Hashtag Latino pride. Okay, so now she is Afro Latina, indigenous, bisexual, woe is me, immigrant who also has an OnlyFans. Okay, so if you're wondering how Jazzy makes her money, how she survives, okay, someone asked her, and she jokingly, according to her, said her baby daddy. Well, listen to what Jasmine has to say.
Asked, okay, not recently, I think it was yesterday on one of the posts that I made. I think it was about Fashion Nova. Anyway, someone asked me, like, how do I survive financially? Like, if I'm living with my blah, blah, blah. And then, did you hear that? She said, Mama. I'm not joking. She's saying, Mama. And I have several witnesses. Do you see how easily I get distracted? What I was going to say, look at her. She's so cute. Anyway, as I was saying, Matty, right? Then I posted a picture, just like, I'm a troll. I like to troll and make jokes. I don't know. And I said, like, select your method of payment, my stories. And I put baby daddy, like, but I'll be honest with you guys. I never rely financially on a man. I know you won't believe me, and that's okay. But I'm a hustler. And when I tell you that I have always have multiple sources of income, I'm not freaking joking. I like money and I love to make money.
So there you go. She loves to make money, you guys, okay? And she will always find a stream of income. I'm sorry, Yorkville Charlie, that you think I cover her too much. I sometimes think I cover her too much. I'm almost done though. So remember I mentioned her OnlyFans? Well, she's back because she says after a huge debate, not to call it a fight, I'm back in my favorite platform because I do it for me and for my fan, and no creature on earth is ever going to control me. No men's will ever control me, you guys. Okay. And she's another one, like a meanie. She's doing all this for monetization and engagement to getting paid because she says, hi, my loves. Could you please like and comment the following video? I only get paid if people engage. So there you go. Gino is living his best life. He was in DC last night. He got to see the fireworks. And you know something? I agree with him. I fucking agree with him. She is a clown AF. And word on the street, her whole ass is going to be exposed on Happily Ever After. Not literally, but figuratively. We are going to see, I mean, not like we don't know already, exactly the type of person she is and how badly and how she shit on Gino's forehead, basically. So this is all going to come out on Happily Ever After. And she is in PR mode, basically. And you know who else is in PR mode because she fucked up last week and got drunk and went live on Twitch and was like, Rob left me, guys. Rob left me. Sophie, after she put out the announcement on her social media that her and Rob were just hanging out, nothing happened. They were just friendly. The blogs want to twist things. Girl, I saw that clip of that live stream. Not only were you tipsy whipsy, you were like, Rob, where are you going, Rob? So she was hanging out with Aaliyah. So we could see that Sophie wants to remain relevant and just not go away anytime soon. And she took up kickboxing. I wonder if it's because she got punched in the mouth a couple of weeks ago and her lip was busted and she needed to get stitches. Maybe, she's afraid whoever she'll see her again. And so she's taking up kickboxing. But that's just my opinion. So, as you guys may or may not know, Mike is having a baby with his sugar Sarah. They call each other Sugar Queen and Sugar King, which I find kind of cute. She is having the most horrible morning sickness, according to her. And let's talk about Hunt for Love for a minute, okay? Chantel and Jennifer kissed. We're never going to hear the last about that kiss and about her kiss with her friend Ashley before she went to Mexico. Um, what I found interesting is that all of these Hunt for Love 90 Day cast members, well, most of them actually, were posting this casting call from 90 Day Casting for before the 90 Day, 90 Day Fiance, and 90 Day the other way. So I guess those shows are casting. And happy birthday to Tim. He recently celebrated his birthday. Chloe, beautiful. She has morphed into such a beautiful young lady with sparklers here, celebrating the 4th of July. And yes, I agree. I like those kicks. I like those kicks, Kim. We have Courtney with Vanya. It was her birthday yesterday. And this is cute. Okay, Colt made himself Uncle Sam. Colt answered a couple of questions on an answer and question sesh. So someone asked, are cast reactions real or played up for entertainment? I'm trying to learn from the best. And he says people won't accept false emotions. Internally, they will reject such programming. He sounds like such an IT guy. So someone else asked, who are you dating? And he says, what is this? Some kind of hunt for love? Tune in to find out. Same Colt time, same Colt channel. And did you know that he is actually really good friends with Pedro? I wonder how that works considering that he's friends with Chantel. But hey, now someone asked him, how did you, Debbie, and Tony like Portland, Oregon for the first time? And he said, loved it. And then someone else says, no tea, just happy to see you back on 90 Day. Hope you continue on after this. And he says, nothing stops this train. So does this mean we're going to see him again after this? We shall see. Now, this has been one of the most outrageous clickbait stories that I have seen in a while. Actually, the last one was that one about Kim being on life support and, Jamal crying. While this has turned, this has snowballed from a beam from Mary Pance's page where the herpes word was never mentioned, okay? And it snowballed from all of these 90-day clickbait accounts. Gosh, if you go on Facebook, it will pop up on your feed like every 5 minutes. So Jennifer felt the need that she had to clarify, okay? And she said, I woke up to some comments and wanted to clarify on this. One thing is who I am as a human being, and another is very different for the character that has been shown on TV for entertainment. People should know the difference because this is reality TV. This is the one and only time I will be talking about this. I am not afraid to show parts of myself as I am without any filter because I have no issue without being disliked. I can happily live with that. Haters will always hate no matter what. I'm not doing this for them. Some people will see a face injury from years ago and will project on it. All the cast had to be previously tested for everything, and my official results were confidentially sent to the executives and the medical team. We were tested on HV 1, HV 2, HIV, along with other tests, psychological and cognitive tests. And my team have all this official information as the production team, too. Spreading misinformation is an act of defamation. Okay, and yes, I agree. It is not reality TV if you're playing a role. Like, what the fuck? So she goes on and she posts her STD results to show that she is clean. So she says, "This is very personal information, but I'm this real with you. I'm not afraid to show the truth. I wonder what they will come up with next time. Miss Lindas, always remember to get tested, keep yourself healthy." So there you go. Jen put up her STD results to say, "Listen, everybody, I'm clean." And I cannot believe that this all snowballed from a meme. People, memes are supposed to be taken lightly, not taken as fact. Just saying, some of these Facebook clickbait accounts blow my mind. So anyway, I just want to see the singles. Okay. I don't want to see the 90-day people unless they're interacting with the singles. I am tired of them interacting with each other. Let's get more of the singles. Okay. We got to see a little bit more of Lexi during that gym scene. But from what I understand, word on the street, Jay will be having major action coming up in the next few episodes. So I'm sitting on the edge of my seat just waiting, okay? Because I want singles. Condolences to Kobe. His dad passed away. And condolences to Evelin. You guys remember her? Evelyn's brother and sister in law had a baby born with a rare genetic disorder, and she passed away. So, my prayers are to Evelyn, her brother, her sister in law. I mean, it's just really, really sad. Now, Lita and Eric are at it again. There were fireworks at their home last night, and it wasn't that kind of fireworks. It was fireworks that we don't want to have. So she posted that picture, and then she said, "I can only hope that this time he accepts the marriage is over and finally let me go and leave me be, as I've been begging that for years. I've been wanting to leave this abusive and toxic marriage, but he never wants it and always guilt trips me if I am about to leave him. I will be okay without him around me. I'm sure I will. I still have no idea why he had to hit me again while I was nothing but worried about him, passed out unresponsive inside my car for that long. He promised in the past not to drink anymore, but according to him, the drinks are not the problem, but I am. Okay, and according to him, I am not the victim. Okay, Eric, let's see if you can make shit up again this time. Let's see if you're still quote untouchable from the law. I was not the one who called law enforcement. I even begged my neighbor not to call the police, but my neighbor was concerned about my situation and our safety since I've been holding my daughter when I seek for help. I will not stay with that monster anymore. Enough is enough. Once an abuser, always an abuser. Okay, so one thing I didn't know was that Lita had her baby. So apparently, Lita had her child, a baby girl, and the fight all started was basically Eric wanted to hold the child, and Lita said no. Yes, Amini was on a Netflix show called How to Get Rich. I mean, we talked about that in the beginning of the season. All she wants is exposure. And I'm done with Amini. So okay, so basically, Lita took to her stories yesterday to tell everybody that Eric hit her again. Now, her stories are like 12 minutes long, and I condensed them for you guys because I know you don't want to sit here listening to Lita go on and on for 12 minutes. So, this is a clip of her sharing Eric being passed out in the car. Okay, allegedly, according to her, he is passed out
I
drunk.
can't have fucking Eric drinking because now, take a look at him. He passed fucking out. I'm not kidding you. He fucking passing fucking out. What the fuck? responsive. Everybody.
Okay, so that was the.
Colum
Oh, sorry, guys.
Lori Zallo.
Okay, let me get. Here I am. I don't know what just happened there. You see, Jasmine and her voodoo were trying to take over my Wi-Fi. Okay, so Eric passed out in the car drunk. Leda's all worried. She's like, "What the fuck is going on? Is he even alive?" So, according to her, okay, the neighbor called the cops because they were fighting because she was holding her baby. The neighbor was concerned about her safety. So, do you guys remember when Leda got arrested in January for DV and abusing her dog? Well, Alita has something to say about that. I'm just going to get to that section because StreamYard decides to play games with me for a second. So this is when Lita was arrested in January for animal cruelty and DB against Eric. That's Eric's statement. She also has financial fraud charges that honestly, you guys, I have no idea what's the status of that. So she has her own, legal issues going on. So this is her from yesterday sharing to her stories exactly what happened, and I'm just gonna let her tell you guys.
It's just very annoying that if you are easily to become a bad guy, you know, when actually like you're actually like the victim of the situation, but because the stigma or the image that people just see you as, as a character or as an individuals. I mean, whatever. Like for example, like I got accused for like murder. Like, oh, I hit people, and then my dad gave the hush hush money, like made up shit, and just like what happened back in January, saying like I abused the dog, like I slapped the dog, broken bones or whatever is that. Those made up shit. It's really easily to paint it to me as a bad guy. Like people just believe it, knowing that it's not true, and I'm gonna fight it. I am damn sure I'm gonna fight that at the court. So I don't know what's gonna happen for this time. What's gonna happen that at the court? So I don't know what's gonna happen for this time. What's gonna happen with the DEA? Are they going to charge him or not? But I will see. I will see if Eric is untouchable right now. I just want to see, and maybe what happened, like last night, what happened yesterday, maybe it will be like I can use that as a as an evidence, like, hey, look, because there's oh, of course there's connection, because he was also drunk too back in January. That's why he sees something that is not even exists. He sees something like it not even like happened. So that's why though, it is very dangerous, because I even like I told him like you have to stop, you gotta stop drinking. And he promised me to do that, like in the past. He promised me to do that many, many, many times, but he's still doing it. So it's not my fault, okay? It's not necessarily that he needs to restrain me. No, most of the time we just argue, and then he just went up crazy.
Okay, so I have a lot of questions when it comes to Lita, and I'm going to pause her for a second because honestly, she's giving me a headache. I think I'm just going to give you guys the cliff notes to the rest of this video. So basically, she said that Eric stole her car and she had to wait for her neighbor to help her go and pick up her car. And basically, that whatever happened in January, Eric was trying to blame it on her, trying to blame her for abusing the dog, threatening self harm, all this other stuff. And that he lied. And that he lied because he was drunk and he's delusional when he's drunk. But I have a question. There was video surveillance, and you could see Lita swinging the dog around in in the video surveillance. I remember that. I mean, I don't know if I'm smoking too much of this stuff, but I seem to remember there was surveillance video You guys, was there surveillance video out there, or am I just smoking too much? But I seem to remember seeing video, and yes, so basically, Eric was arrested. I haven't found anything on his arrest yet, but Lita says he abused her, stole her car, and yeah, there was fireworks yesterday at their house, and it wasn't the type that you would want on the 4th of July. Now, you know who else is a fucking hot mess express? And if you haven't checked out my Oy Vey special on them, you really should. Paul and Carini. Okay, it was too much to include in a regular Oy Vey. On Carini, her Form 712 was rejected by ICE, which means that she could possibly be deported. Paul posted to his social media and then later deleted an 8-minute phone call with Karini's baby daddy, where he basically admits that they are doing fraud and they don't care. So, you know who else is a fucking hot mess express? John and Rachel. Rachel is putting out these songs every Thursday, which I now thinking as a content creator, I realized Thursday must be her peak day for posting. So every Thursday, she is putting out these songs. I'm not going to torture you guys this time by playing her, I don't know, what is this? Part nine, I'm like losing count of how many songs she's put out so far. I think this is part seven. And honestly, at this point, I'm starting to think that she's another one that's just thinking monetize, monetize, monetize. But at what point? Okay. And this is coming from a content creator. Monetize, monetize. I'm sitting on a bunch of secrets from cast members, whether it be Life After Lockup, 90 Day, whatever the case may be. And when they ask me, don't say anything, I don't say anything until they tell me to. Rachel, on the other hand, has been airing out her dirty laundry. And honestly, in the later versions, some of it has been repetitive. So I'm thinking she is just monetizing, monetizing, and she figured out that Thursday is her peak day. Anyway, hopefully, I will have more tea for you guys about that situation soon. As you guys may or may not know, I do somewhat have a relationship with John. So stay tuned for tea. Now, honestly, I know I really don't care, but Tata and James, there is something going on in their relationship. Okay, I've reported on this before. Now, Tata wants a pill to take away memories, and I'm thinking, who the fuck cheated on who? Okay, I for some reason I feel like James cheated on her, and she cried a whole bunch of tears and then said, "Fuck it, this isn't even worth it anymore." What the fuck happened to Larissa? Is this just all part of her new show where they are going to reverse her botched surgery, or is this something new? What is happening? Evelyn has an update about her visa. She's another one that is taking fucking forever to get um her visa approved. So she has some news. And we got to see her share it with Corey.
Guys, I'm making this video because I just got great news. You know that I've been applying for my visa, and I just now got an email about my visa. Interview appointment date, and I'm so excited. Corey does not know, so I'm gonna go tell him right now and see how he reacts. We've been waiting for this so long. Hey, Corey.
Yes.
I just got great news.
Great news.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just got an email with the date for my interview appointment for my visa.
No.
For my green card, yes.
No. Are
Yes.
you kidding me? No.
Yes.
No.
It's true.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My
I'm so
heart is
excited.
going crazy right now. Are you serious?
Yay! Yes.
I'm happy for that, guys. We're dancing for joy. I'm happy. It has taken fucking forever, but hopefully she'll get it approved, and there we go. So, I bleach warning you guys. Molly went to the Beyonce concert. She dressed like a cowgirl. I bleach warning. Cute kids alert. We have Russ with Axel. We have Robert and Annie's adorable baby boy. And Annie and David's beautiful little girl. Oh my God, she is so fucking cute. We have Thais and Patrick and Melisi celebrating the 4th of July. And John, even though the wife says no, the fiance says no fireworks and the dogs don't like them, he's going to do what he wants to do anyway. So before I let you guys go, just a couple of miscellaneous updates, okay? We have a shirtless Josh. I'm always down for a shirtless Josh, okay? I know he's kind of cringy, but hey, I could use some eye candy every now and then, and I'm always down for a shirtless Josh. We have Liz on the beach. We have Vanessa with her Persian boy. Excuse me. Her words, not mine. And I've said this before. I find it highly ironic that Nikki Exotica's new song is called So Narcissistic. Takes one to know one. Just saying. And Shane from 90 Day UK is about to have her surgery. And I wonder if that has anything to do with her and Mert having issues. But we shall see. I'm wishing her the best of luck. And we have Eve celebrating the 4th of July. Florian looking like Florian as always. He has that same look on his face. And Mahogany celebrating the 4th of July, saying that she loved Ben and she loved America. Submit and Jenny. Cynthia is designing again. Check out this beautiful dress she did. Hit her up if you want anything. And Lauren is still complaining about having to pay child support. Nothing new there. He was complaining during his season, and he continues to fucking complain about his legal obligation to pay child support to his ex wife. Can someone say douchebag? If you guys haven't checked out my Hunt for Love my Hunt for Love video that I put out, that was originally a membership tea video, but I decided to show you guys what you're missing by not being members. Sorry for the shameless plug, but you need to join my membership. That is where all the hottest tea is dropped first. And I put this video public for you guys so you could see exactly what I'm talking about. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July. You didn't have fireworks like Leida and Eric and Angela and Jasmine. I hope you guys enjoyed barbecue, fireworks, family, whatever you did. I hope you had fun. And thank you, everybody, for watching me and taking time out of your Independence weekend and spending it with me. Thank you, everyone, in my live chat. I love you all. You know the drill. Please like, comment, share with a friend or 10. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Double check that you are subscribed. And please consider joining my membership. Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.